Hello everyone and welcome to another Descent Journeys in the Dark second edition. Just a I'd say strategies and tactics for the Overlord cards of Basic versus Basic 2. Okay, well, why have I taken this long just to talk about Basic and Basic 2 when Basic 2's been out for, well, quite a while? That's quite easy. I'll get into that later though. If you have Basic 2, then you should know what their cards kind of do and all that. But if you don't, you probably find out that some people prefer Basic over Basic 2. Now, of course, I do prefer Basic over Basic 2, but there's always some cards that I do prefer when I'm using Basic, and I would say I wish I actually had Basic 2 now. But then again, I'm like that when I'm using Basic 2, when I prefer to have Basic. So there are some decent cards there are. Take these for example, which is the Dark Fortitude. You may reroll one dice. Two of them, and they're actually really great because you always want to just go, okay, I'm going to re-roll that X. Now with Basic 2, they don't have something like that. In fact, they don't really have any re-rolls whatsoever. So, that's a bit of a downer for the Basic 2 style. However, there's definitely one that's far more better than just a re-roll dice in my playthroughs anyway, and that's the Befuddled cards from Basic 2, which when a hero passes an attribute test, the hero must re-roll it and add an additional shield to it. And of course, if it's used on a scout, the hero also suffers a stamina. That's the thing about the Basic 2, because they tend to use cards if it's this certain archetype, like as in a warrior, scout, healer or mage. Good if you're going against up to like 4 heroes, as long as they all pick different types. Even if 2 of them plays like warriors and another one plays like a scout and another one plays a mage or something like that. But not so great when it comes down to 2 heroes. That's where the Basic 2 gets a little bit of a letdown. But all is not lost, because I'm going to show you just more of a proper versus. Now if we look at Basic, we have Dark Might, which is player's card after you roll a dice to add a surge, just like that, and you have 2 of them. Whilst in Basic 2, Dirty Fighting, got play this card when a monster attacks a hero after rolling dice to add a surge. However, you got if it's a healer, the attack gains a Pierce 1, just like that. So, which one's better? Play this card after you roll a dice and adds a surge, or play this card when a monster attacks a hero, adding a surge? There is some slight difference. Now this states that it's not about attacking a hero, so maybe there's like in some scenarios where you need to attack like an objective token or a villager, and you really need to get that down. This will help. These won't, because these are precisely attacking heroes, unless like when it goes back to attacking villagers, when it actually states in the quest, treat these as heroes, then obviously these are great, especially add a little bonus with the healer there. I think that's more of a win for basic 2. Now, back to basic. Dash, which you get 2 of them. And, of course, you get your 2 actions plus a move action. Really, really great. I don't think why anyone would want to get rid of these out of their decks. Because let's face it, really I tend to use these trying to get like a minion or master minion or even a lieutenant that needs to have an objective token all the way to an exit. But really that's almost about it. Let's take a look at what basic 2 gives you. Blinding speed, which is 2 of them. But they're not that great, I can tell you that much. It's like you choose a hero to test both the 2 attributes, the awareness and knowledge. I think that was knowledge, and if they pass both, then of course the Overlord gets to draw a card. If they fail at least one of them, the monster gains 2 movement points. However, do this on the warrior, they get 4 movement points. Okay, so this is the reason why I wanted to not make the video until I actually found the answer. Gaining movement points. Now this you don't actually use as a move action. You just gain movement points and then you just use them. So in other words, you play this on a monster and you have 2 movement points. You move them wherever you want, and then you still have the 2 actions. So yeah, you could actually, for example, you play this card, hero fails, you get 2 movement points, or 4 if it's you're doing it on the warrior. 1 action, open door, 2 movement points, or 1 movement point, go next to the door, another action, close the door, then the rest of the movement points to walk away if you want. Yeah, this is the part which, like I said, I wanted to make sure that I know what I was talking about, because I was, well, a lot of people actually are wondering on what this actually means. Does it mean you have the gain 2 movement points and then you put it in the movement pool? For example, let's say the Goblin Archer has a movement 5, so that means gives you a movement of 7. So as an action they can move 7. Or is it literally they still have the 2 actions and you just get the 2 movement points and use them whenever and however you want? Or 4. A good thing is also of the large monsters. Yeah, really make it really cheap. The shrink and place. You could really get quite far with those dragons, at least, anyway. But I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't too sure on how to play these before. So as I was literally placing all the gain movement points into the speed, which on how many movement points they do, as the action. However, it's not the case. Which one of these is better? Well, after knowing the gaining movement points, and if they fail you still get to draw a card, and you have 2 of these, and if playing it on the warrior and the warrior fails both tests, the monster gets 4 movement points. I actually think that this could be just might be a little bit more better than a dash, even though that dash is literally you get another move action whilst having 2 more move actions. It all depends. Also, this is also pretty good when you've got creatures with Ravage, as in the attack, you can attack twice, as in both of your actions can be attack. So Beastmen and Manticores have them. Yeah, I'm now stuck between which one's better. Right, another one with basic is again Frenzy. You know, you still have the 2 actions, but you also have another action which is used for an attack. But of course, you could just attack twice and move once, or move twice and attack, or somewhere in between, or anything. Even with, as I was saying before, with Ravage, 3 attacks just like that. That's really, really good. And you get 2 of them. What does Basic 2 offer? 1 Flurry. And this is the card after when a monster attacks a hero after rolling dice, you can spend a surge to perform an additional attack, and you add another green. Yeah, I think the overall winner on that one is literally Frenzy. You get 2 of them, and you automatically get another attack anyway. Sure, this may give you a green dice, but you've got to get that surge. Yeah, of course it's like after rolling dice, of course, but still, I think the victory goes to Basic on that one. Now, how about the not so great traps? With Basic, you get the poison darts, which is when a hero opens or searches, they test the awareness or might, and then of course if they pass, draw a card. If they fail, 1 damage, 1 stamina and poisoned. Pretty good, as long as there's enough search cards and or doors, and this is actually in your hand, because of course I've had many times when heroes have actually gathered all the search cards and or opened all the doors or whatever's necessary, and then I get this, which means throw it away. So what could Basic 2 offer? A Mimic, which is when a hero searches before revealing the search token, yeah, place a fatigue token on it, and the searched token is now treated as a minion, Voltrix Reaver, and so they've got to defeat that. As I was saying, just like with the poison darts, if all the search tokens are gone already, this card becomes useless. Of course, when it's a scout, the Voltrix Reaver can also immediately perform a skirmish action. However, with this is a search tokens and doors, I think immediately this one's better, even though that you get a minion Voltrix Reaver just like that. Yeah, I would have to go with the poison dart just because it's searches and doors, and of course some of the quests demands that you do a search with a objective token, while this is just searches doing the search token itself. I think Basic wins that one. Well, that's the thing. There's plenty of good cards in Basic 2. However, it's more restricted if you have less heroes. I think if you know how many heroes are going to be, and you know which ones they're going to pick, then your choices would either be basic or basic 2. If there's only a 2 hero player, then I would suggest using basic, of course. Yeah, I think the overall winner is actually basic, but always keep in mind with basic 2, just in case, because there's some pretty good stuff there. Okay, well that's all I have for now. I hope this little insight could be handy when you pick either basic or basic 2. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, bye. Oh.